Talks and Blogs. I'm back with my live session and I'm going to discuss general grammar and like parts of speech, tenses, preposition, subject, verb, and the MCQs of your UP, school up to class 8 and 9, like noun we know very well, and this the and let's start question from this book about general grammar, and marked here, but discuss everything in detail. Now the very all is word that modifies something other than a noun. So the answer is adverb. We know very well adverbs are called modifiers. They modify a verb, another adverb, even a whole sentence. So it is a word that modifies something other than a noun is your adverb. And I have to be very quick because I have to cover almost 125 questions in this live session. The word class that qualifies verbs or clauses is, again, the answer is adverb. Right? Adverb is a word class that qualify verbs or clauses. Adverbs are the modifiers, right? So it modify even the whole sentence also, a verb or another adverb, right? So these are the general topic that we have already studied in our school time, right? Nothing very difficult. So let's come to the next question. The word class that qualify noun is known as. So what qualify a noun, what describe a noun? So that's your adjective, right? So the answer number C is the correct answer, adjective. A word a word that expresses an attribute of something is known as, again, the answer is adjective. So these all are the parts of speech which we are doing right now, and such MCQs are asked in your UPTGT and PGT exam, and even any competitive examination that you are preparing. General English questions are asked like this only in your exam. So you have to revise whatever you have done in your school time, like parts of speech, tenses, your models, subject verb agreement, transformation of sentences, right? And that active passive, all these things you have to revise for your exam. Now let's come to the question number 5. Here is the word class that serve as the predicate of a sentence is known as. Now what is that? Now we know very well that a sentence is divided into two parts, subject and the predicate. And subject is the doer of an action, and what is predicate start from the helping verb, right, from the verb part. So what is that? So it is option number C is the correct answer, and this is your verb. The word class that serve as the predicate of a sentence is known as a verb. Now, question number 6. I have to be very quick because today I am targeting like to finish at least. I have a target to finish at least 125 MCQ in this live session within 1 hour. Right now, a content word that denotes an action. Very simple. Action. When we talk about actions, what comes in your mind? It is definitely verb, right? So verb is your correct answer. A content a content word that denote an action, occurrence, or state of existence is known as adverb, right? The word class that can serve as the subject or object of a verb, the object of a preposition, or in the apposition. So what is that? Noun, right? So noun is like, noun serve as the subject or object of a verb. A group of word which makes a complete sense. Very simple. What is it? Sentence. And do you know what's the difference between phrase and clause? See, phrase is also a group of word, but phrase does not make a complete sense. Like if I say in the sky, on the street, at the bus stand, so what are these? So these all are your phrases, group of word, but does not make a complete sense. Now what is a clause? Clause is a group of word. It has a subject and a verb, but again it doesn't make a complete sense. But a sentence is a group of words in which, like, the words are arranged in a particular sequence in order to make a complete sense, right? So that's called sentence. So definition: a group of word which makes a complete sense is known as a sentence. Don't be confused, because phrase and clause are also group of words but doesn't make a complete sense, right? But difference between phrase and clause is a clause has a subject and a verb, but phrase is just a group of word. Now let's come to question number 9. A sentence which makes a statement or assertion is known as. Now, in our school, we have already done all these things, sentences types, like what is assertive sentence, exclamatory sentence, imperative sentence, optative sentence, interrogative sentence, negative sentence. So we have discussed all these things. Now, when you express something suddenly, like when you say, "Wow, what a beautiful house! Oh my God!" Right? Hurrah! Our team has won the match. So what is this? It is all your sorry, I think I have to do this one, assertive. So it is all your strong feeling. When you express a strong feeling, that's your exclamatory. And exclamatory symbol is like this, we have to put after the end of the sentence, right? That's called exclamation mark. The part which tells something about the subject is known as. So what is that? It's a predicate of the sentence. Predicate tells something about the subject, right? And in our previous MCQ, we have already discussed that what is the predicate, and which word class serve as the predicate of a sentence, right? Now let's come to the next question. Do it. Now what is this do it? This is an imperative sentence. Here in this sentence, the subject is do, it, left out, none of these. Now, in imperative sentence, the subject is hidden, and we use it for the request, for the command, for the order, right? So here the subject is left out. It is a group of word which forms, always remember, in imperative sentence the subject you is hidden. Like if I say open the door, come here, sit down, get out. So what is subject in all this sentence? It is your you. Now let's come to the next question. It is a group of word which forms a part of, it contains a subject and a that it's a clause. See, group of words, it has a subject and a predicate but doesn't make a complete sense. It's a clause. Now, a group of word which makes sense but not complete sense. This thing we have discussed already, that phrase is a group of word. Phrase is a group of words but doesn't make a complete sense. Like if I say in the sky, on the road, at the street, at the bus stop. So what is this? It is all your phrases, right? So what you can say, a group of word which makes sense but not a full or a complete sense is called a phrase. Now 15 number, words are divided into different kinds or classes. These and these this basic grammar is, I think, quite useful for all the students, all the aspirants, those who are preparing for any state level or national level exam, because in most of the government competitive exams general grammar is asked, right? So words are divided into different kinds of clauses. These kinds of clauses are, so what is it? It is your part of speech. What is used to express, again very simple, what is used to express an action? So what is it? It's your verb. Verbs are called action words. Now, what is used instead of a noun? So we know very well it's pronoun. Pronoun are the words that are used in place of a noun. If I say Ram is a good boy, so what pronoun I'm going to replace for Ram? So that like he goes to school every day, right? So pronouns are the words that replaces noun. And right now the level of questions are quite easy, so as we go ahead, the level and the level of question will be like little bit higher, right? So right now it's very simple, all these questions anybody can do it. Now an adjective is a word which qualify a very option number a noun or pronoun. If I say uh, she is a very tall girl, so here tall here is your adjective. Adjective describes noun and pronoun. What is used to add something to the meaning of a noun? So adjective describe, like if I say she is attractive, because it is described. Because it is, just come to the next question. Right now it is very very simple. It expresses some sudden feeling. Which part of speech is it? Noun, pronoun, adjective, interjection. So interjection expresses very like sudden feelings. Now a and the, this, these, those, every, each, some, any, my, his, one, two. What is this? These all are called gerunds, but is participle, infinitive, or determiners. So these all are called determiners, because in class 9th or in class 8 we have done it already. Determiners describes about the noun, and they add something to the noun, like this, that, these, those, and the kinds of determiners like article we have done already, a and the, possessives, right? So these all are your determiners. Now, and what is participle? Participle, we know now that that present participle, past participle, when we put ing in the verb first form, it becomes present participle, and all those ed, nt. So what is that? It is your past participle. Now let's come to the next MCQ. What determines or limit the meaning of noun that follows? So again it is your determiners. Now as I told you already, now the level of the questions will be a bit higher, because previous questions were quite easy. Now listen very carefully. She came soon after, she came after me, she came after I had gone. Consider the use of after in these three sentences. See, in front of you three sentences are given, right? And I'm sure that you all have read it already. Now the grammatical categories of after will be adverb. Okay, answer is already marked here. Okay, why adverb, preposition, and conjunction? Let's see the very first question. She came soon after. So in the first sentence here, after is your adverb, right? Place. Now she came after me, here it is acting as a preposition. Now she came after I had gone. and here after is acting as a conjunction. So the correct sequence, the correct use of this after here is the adverb, preposition and conjunction, right? You have to be very careful while marking your answers, okay? Because if you make even small mistake, then your, like, you will get negative marking. So you have to be very careful while putting your answers, right? Now a noun which denotes either a male, either or either, whatever you can pronounce, either a male or a female, it is called common gender. A noun which denote neither male nor female, so what is that? Neuter gender. When a noun or pronoun is used as the subject of a verb, it is in the nominative case. When a noun or pronoun is used as the subject, as a subject or of a verb, it is in the nominative case. Okay. Now, when a noun or pronoun is used as the object of a verb, so it is called objective, and objective is also called accusative case. He gave me a book. He gave me a book. In this sentence, me and a book are the object, which is the correct object. So, me here is an indirect object. Me here an indirect object, while a book is a direct object. Me is an indirect object, while a book, a book is a direct object. Option number A is your correct. So such questions are asked in the grammar section in your exams. Like, what is define the underlined word, what is it? It's a direct object, indirect object. So you have to revise all these things. Now let's come to the next question quickly without further delay. Now, question number 31. The intelligent boy got the prize. The boy was intelligent. Consider the use of intelligent. Which option is correct? So option number A, attributively and the predicatively. He is an intelligent boy. Intelligent here is, what is it? Adverb of quality, noun of quality, adjective of quality, adjective of quantity. So it is adjective of quality. Intelligent. So what it is telling about the noun boy? Telling its quality. So it is adjective of quality. Proper adjective. Indian cinema are generally can be used, can be classed with adjective of quantity, adjective of frequency, adjective of quality. So the answer is adjective of quality. Your option number C is correct. Indian cinema. Proper adjective, proper nouns, like start with I have no money. What kind of adjective is this? Again, it is adjective of frequency, adjective of quality, adjective of quantity. So I have no money is your adjective of quantity. All men must die. Here, all. So what does all represent here? So it's represent number. So adjective of number. All men must die. Here all is adjective of number. Adjective of number is also known as numeral adjective. Numeral adjective. Adjective of number is also known as numeral adjective. 1, 2, 3. three are called 1, 2, 3 are called cardinal. It's very confusing. Even I get confused sometimes whether like it's ordinal or cardinal. So 1, 2, 3 are cardinal, and first, second, third, etc. are your ordinal. 1, 2, 3 cardinal, 1, 2, 3 cardinal, and first, second, third is your ordinal. I took some rice. Some books are very interesting. Consider the use of some. Now, two sentences are here. I took some rice, and then some books are very interesting. Now, consider the use of some. Okay, consider the use of some in these sentences. Choose the best option. Now, in the first sentence, if I see some rice here, it is telling about the quantity. Rice, noun, adjective of quantity. And here some books are very interesting. So here it is talking about the numbers. So some books. So the very first option A, adjective of quantity and adjective of number. Option A is your right answer. Now let's go to the next MCQ for your exam. Now, whose pen is this? Here, whose is, what is it? Whose pen is this? Interrogative pronoun. What a man. What is here? It is exclamatory adjective, exclamatory adverb, exclamatory noun, or exclamatory adjective. So here it is exclamatory adjective. What a man. Exclamatory adjective. The grammatical categories of strengthen are, so strength is your noun, strength a verb. So first answer option, noun and verb. It is a degree of an adjective which denotes a higher degree. Now, degrees of adjective, you know very well that positive degree of adjective, comparative degree of adjective, then superlative degree of adjective, right? Now, in this question, it is a degree of an adjective which denotes a higher degree of the quality than the positive. So very simple. What is it? It is your comparative. Comparative degree when we compare between two things, to people, right? Now 44. It is the highest degree. So what is highest degree? That is your superlative. It is the highest degree of the quality. It is used when more than two things or set of things are compared. So superlative. If I say she is the tallest girl in the class, so she is the tallest girl in the class. So the tallest, what is it? Superlative degree. And superlative degrees, we have to put article the before it. Now, which word is used for not much or hardly any? So what is that? Little. Which word is used for not much or hardly? That is little. Which word has a negative meaning? It is little. Which word has a negative meaning? Little. You like many aspirants, they get confused. A little, little, the little, like, and similarly few, a few, the few, very confusing, right? So here, which word is used for not much or hardly any? So that is your option number A, little. And which word has a negative meaning? So that is your little. Which word means some though not much? Which word means some though not much? So we use a little. All right. Now, which word has a positive meaning? A little. And negative meaning a little, and positive meaning a little. Which word is used for not much but these all there is? So that is the little. Which word is used for not much but all there is? So that is the little. Which word is used for not many, hardly any? It has a negative meaning. So what is that? Few, a few, the few, or much few. So option number A, few. Few is used for not many. Okay. So option number A is your correct answer. Now let's come to the next question. A or N is known as, what is that? The article are of two types: definite article, indefinite article. So A or N is used for singular, countable things. So A or N comes under the category of your indefinite article, and article the is your definite article. Like if I say, if I say, I saw the girl in the yellow boot. So the girl, so here I'm talking about that particular girl whom I saw in the yellow boot. If I say I saw a girl in the party, so that is your indefinite. Here I am not specifying which girl. So A or N is your indefinite, and the is your definite article. Now, it is an article. It is normally points out some particular person or thing. See, I told you already. It is an article. It is normally points out some particular person or thing. It is your definite article. The definite article is used before singular countable noun, plural countable noun, uncountable noun, all of these. So we use the definite article for like all of these. We can use it before a singular countable noun, we can use it before a plural countable noun, we can use it before uncountable noun. So option D is your correct. The words like are, honest, air begin with a vowel sound. Okay, and we put an r, an honest man, an air. Okay, so these words are begin with a vowel sound. To to thin on self be true, he cares for nothing but self, he thinks much of self. The category of self in these sentences is of an adjective, of a preposition, or a noun. So in all these sentences, self is used as a noun. I love myself. I love myself. The grammatical category of myself is, so it is your reflexive pronoun. Myself, ourself, yourself, themselves. So this is all your reflexive pronoun. Pronoun which are used for the sake of emphasis are called emphatic pronoun. Emphatic pronoun are also known as emphasizing pronoun. Okay, this is very easy, nothing to discuss in these questions. The pronoun refers to a person or thing in a general way. It does not refer to any person or a thing in particular. It is called your indefinite pronoun. Let's come to the next question. 64. One must do one's duty, none but a fool will do it. Some are born great. In these sentences, one, none, and some are used as indefinite pronoun because it is not pointing towards a specific person, right? So, some, none, and one, these all are your indefinite pronoun. Just a minute, I have water. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I was just taking some water. Alright, now let's come to the next question, number 65. Some boys are intelligent. I will teach you one day. Now, in both sentences, I'm here. Some boys are intelligent. I will teach you one day. Here, the use of some and one is of noun, pronoun, adjective, or verb. So, in both sentences, the use of some is adjective. Now, let's come to question number 66. Neither, it's called either, neither also. Refer to a person or things one at a time. They are always singular and followed by the verb in the singular. They are called distributive. Okay, each, either, neither, these all are the example of distributive pronouns. Now, whoever, whoso, whosoever, whichever, whatever. So, what are all these? So, these are all compound relative pronoun. Verbs come from the Latin word, very important. I think it's a PYQ because it has been asked in the question already. Verb comes from the Latin verb verbum. VERVUM. Verb comes from the Latin word verbum. Okay. Now moving to the next question. It is a verb that it is a verb that denotes an action which passes over from the doer or subject to an object. So what is it? A transitive verb. A transitive verbs are those verbs which has an object. And one more thing, we can make the passive voice only of the transitive verb. Okay, so it is your transitive verb. It is a verb that denotes an action which passes over from the doer or subject to an object. It is a verb that denotes an action which does not pass over to an object. So intransitive verb. Intransitive verb doesn't have an object. Sorry, my pet dog is barking. I can't help it. Now let's come to the next question, number 71. I ran a race. I sleep. There is a flow in me. Here verbs like rain, sleep, and show. What are all these? These are action. See, in the first one, Ran. I ran a race. Action. I sleep. State. There is a flow in me. It is being. So action, state, being. Okay. Now moods. Moods in grammar are what are moods? So moods in grammar are different modes or manners in which a verb may be used to express an action. Okay, I repeat again, different moods or manners in which a verb may be used to express an action. So this is what moods in grammar are. The infinitive is the base of a verb, often preceded by to. See, infinitive are of two type. To infinitive and bare infinitive. So what is to infinitive? When I say, like if I say to play, to sleep, to eat, what is it? So these all are your example of infinitive. So the infinitive, this is the base form. Okay, like play, eat, sleep, base form, and plus, so sorry, preceded by to. It is your infinitive. To error is human. So to error is here infinitive. It is your the object of the verb, the subject of the verb, the subject of the adverb. So to error is human is your subject of the verb. I love to dance. I love to dance. To dance here, to dance is here infinitive. Whether it is a subject of the verb, object of the verb, or complement of the verb. So here I love to dance. I love to dance is your object of the verb. Got it? Now his custom is his custom is to write daily. To write here, to write is here infinitive. It is what? What is it? Subject of a verb, object of a verb, or complement of a verb. So it is a complement of a verb. Now moving to the next question. She is about to leave. To leave is infinitive here. It is subject to a preposition, subject to a verb, object to a verb, or object to a preposition. She is about to leave. So to leave here is your object, object to a preposition. Sorry, I can't help. My pet dog is barking. Hey, go upstairs. Go. All right. I have I have I have no choice but to quit. To quit is infinitive here. It is object to a preposition. When infinitive is used to qualify a verb, I eat to live, I eat to live, I eat to live, or an adjective, bananas are good to eat, is called the gerundial or qualifying infinitive. Now, the infinitive is a kind of noun which with certain features of the verb, especially that of taking an object when the verb is transitive and adverbial qualifier. Now this question is from Ren and Martin. The infinitive is your verb and noun. Verbs like bid, let, make, see, hear are used without to, and these all are called bare infinitive. Bid, let, make, see, Here they are used without to, and these all are example of bare infinitive, which verb form shows tense, person, and number. It is your finite verb form. Non-finite form of verb do not change according to the tenses, but finite verb shows tense, person, and number. I go, she goes, we went. Now the verbs in these sentences are, what are these verbs? So these verbs are your finite verbs. Which verb form does not show tense, person, or number? It is non-finite form of the verb. And non-finite verbs are of three types: participle, infinitive, and gerunds. Now, question number 86. Which kind of verb cannot serve as the main verb in an independent clause? So the answer is non-finite. A non-finite verb does not serve as the main verb in a sentence. A non-finite verb does not have a tense. The sentence may be present, past, or future tense, but the non-finite verb remain neutral, means it does not change according to the tense, and this we have already discussed in our previous MCQs. Gerunds, participle, and infinitive are the types of non-finite verb. Which non-finite form of verb which non-finite form of verb is used in a sentence to modify a noun phrase, verb, or verb phrase? It is your participle. And participles again are of two types: present participle and past participle. Forms like singing and writing are the example of present participle. In present participle, we use ing form of the verb. So singing and writing are your present participle. Forms like written, broken are the example of past participle. Consider the two sentences. A finite verb. A finite verb is the main verb in a sentence. A non-finite verb is never the main verb in a sentence. Which one is correct? So both are correct. A finite verb is the main verb in a sentence, and a non-finite verb is never the main verb in a sentence. So both options are correct. Gerunds, writing, singing, infinitives, to write, to sing, and participles, writing, written, singing, sung, are the types of non-finite verb. Hearing the noise, I ran away. I have broken chair. The two sentences are the example of, see in the first one, hearing, so present participle. In the second one, broken, so it is your past participle. Consider the following. A participle is a verbal adjective. Like a verb, it may govern a noun or pronoun, like hearing the noise, the boys woke up. Like a verb, it may be modified by an adverb, loudly knocking at the gate, he demanded admission. Like an adjective, it may qualify a noun pronoun, like having rested, the men continue their journey. Like an adjective, it may be compared. Education is the most pressing need of our time. Now, which option is correct? So, all are correct. If you read it carefully, you can take the screenshot and read it. So, if you see, Option one, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 options are correct here. Reading is my hobby. Here, reading is used as the subject of a verb. It does the work of a noun, hence, it is a verb noun. It is called a gerund. It is that form of the verb which ends in ing and has the force of a noun and a verb. It is called a gerund. Last question. Consider the following. The gerund has the force of a noun and a verb. It is a verbal noun. The present participle that has the force of an adjective and verb, it is called verbal adjective. So both statements are correct. So I think 100 MCQs are enough for today because my connection is not stable. I'm having network problem. So I'm just now ending this live session. I'll come again. I'll try to do as much as possible. I think I'm having almost how many questions in grammar. Oh my god. So I'll continue this in my next live session. Thank you so much for watching and wishing you all the very best for your exam. Good night and take care.